Dear students, welcome back to my channel Biology Notes. Today I will give you a brief concept on productivity in ecosystem. It is important to know how energy is transferred from one trophic level to another. Let's see the contents. In this video you will learn definition of primary productivity, definitions of gross and net primary productivity, factors affecting primary productivity, definition of secondary productivity, factors affecting secondary productivity, and last, difference between primary and secondary productivity. Basically, ecological productivities in ecosystem are two types, primary productivity and secondary productivity. First, we will focus on primary productivity. So what is the definition? It can be defined as the rate at which radiant energy is converted by the photosynthetic and chemosynthetic activity of producer organisms to organic substances. And primary productivity is of two types, gross primary productivity and net primary productivity. Production, both gross and net, is usually measured as the rate at which energy or biomass is produced per unit area per unit time. This rate is expressed in such terms as kilocalorie per meter square per year, a measure of energy, or gram dry weight per meter square per year, a measure of biomass. Definition of gross primary productivity or GPP. It is the total rate of photosynthesis, including the organic matter used up in respiration during the period of measurement. This is also known as total photosynthesis. Definition of net primary productivity or NPP. It is the rate of storage of organic matter in the plant tissues that exceeds the respiratory use R by the plants during the period of measurement. It is also termed as net assimilation. The relationship between gross and net productivity is expressed in the following equation: GPP equal to NPP plus R. By this equation you will easily calculate net primary productivity by subtracting R from GPP. Now we will focus different factors affecting primary productivity. First, temperature and precipitation. In terrestrial ecosystems, NPP increase with increasing temperature and precipitation. In the graph, you will notice a large degree of scatter around the line of best fit is drawn. In the first graph, mean annual temperature is plotted on x-axis and NPP is plotted on y-axis. As the temperature is rising, the NPP is also rising at a certain level. In the second graph, mean annual precipitation is plotted on x-axis and NPP is plotted on y-axis. Here also, as the rainfall increases, NPP is also increases at a certain level. Nutrient availability. Availability of sufficient nutrients play a positive role on primary productivity. John Pastor and colleagues examined the nitrogen availability in soil increases primary productivity in different forest types on Black Hawk Island. In the graph you see, as the nitrogen mineralization is increases, the above ground NPP is also increases. The abbreviations refer to the dominant trees in each stand. RP means red pine, HEM means hemlock, WP stands for white pine, RO for red oak, WO means white oak, and SM means sugar maple. Similar increase in primary productivity with nutrient availability have also been observed in aquatic ecosystems. Light. Light plays an important role on primary production in oceans. In oceans, maximum photosynthesis takes place in the photic zone, a thin layer of 10 to 100 meter near the ocean surface. In the graph, you see the shaded area representing the respiration rate, which is uniform from surface to bottom. As the depth increases, sunlight intensity is decreasing. As a result of that, GPP is also decreasing from a maximum just below the surface to 0. Net photosynthesis is gross photosynthesis minus respiration. The compensation depth occurs where the net photosynthesis rate is 0. as the respiration rate is equal to the gross photosynthesis rate. The critical depth occurs deeper in the water column, and it is where depth integrated gross photosynthesis equals depth integrated respiration. Moisture, that is, leaf water potential, soil moisture, fluctuation of precipitation, and transpiration affect primary productivity. Biotic activities like grazing, above ground herbivores, below ground herbivores, predators, parasites, and diseases of primary producers also influence primary productivity. Impact of human populations, that is, populations of different sorts, ionizing radiation such as atomic explosion, etc. also affect primary productivity. Now we will focus on secondary production. Here I have mentioned two definitions. Number A, the rate of energy storage at consumer levels are referred to as secondary productivity. Number B, the rate of biomass formation or energy fixation by heterotrophic organisms. We can use the following equation to calculate secondary production P. The equation is P equal to C minus R minus F plus U. Here C represents energy ingested or consumed, R equal to energy lost through respiration, F equal to energy lost through feces, and U means energy lost through nitrogenous wastage. Now, different factors affecting secondary productivity. Temperature. Secondary production increases with temperature, but temperature variation could have either a positive or negative effect on secondary production depending upon geomorphic location. Oxygen concentration. The availability of oxygen is thought to be critical, especially to the benthos, because they often live areas that are oxygen poor. Sufficient oxygen is important to benthos production because food cannot be metabolized efficiently at low oxygen level. Net primary productivity. Secondary production depends on quantity, quality, and availability of net production primary productivity as a source of energy. Therefore, any of the environmental constraints on primary productivity, such as climate, will also act to constrain secondary productivity within the ecosystem. For example, in the figure shows observed relationship between mean annual rainfall is a direct result of the corresponding increase in net primary productivity, which provides the food source for the herbivore populations. In the table, I have tabulated differences between primary and secondary productivity. Primary productivity is the rate at which radiant energy is captured by the producers for the synthesis of energy-rich organic compounds through photosynthesis. Secondary productivity is the energy storage at the consumer level. The consumers directly or indirectly use the food material from the producers and simply convert it into various forms. Primary productivity is the result of synthesis of fresh organic matter from inorganic material. Secondary productivity is the result of synthesis of organic matter from organic matter. Primary productivity is generally very high. Secondary productivity is generally very low and also decreases at each trophic level. So students, this is all about very brief concepts on productivity in ecosystem. I hope this video will really help you. So subscribe this channel, press the bell icon for notification and share my video. Stay with us and keep watching. Thank you.